Hello everyone. This is another example of how the availability of cheap money has distorted the economy, and that cheap money is being used for unproductive activities that are in long term not sustainable. So this ride sharing company DD has just revealed $4.7 billion of losses. I mean, if a company year on year will be running in losses, um, it won't exist potentially after a year or two. It'll go bust. In a normal scenario, in a normal circumstance. But because free cheap money is available, um, these companies are able to show that so many people are using their service, and hence there is a utility in there, uh, and in long term that utility will convert into more revenues and profits will be there. At least that's the uh, narrative that is being sold. um, how much of truth is in it? None, because really they do have utility for the time being. I agree, uh, but where is this utility coming from? This utility is coming from attracting those customers which were using the same utility uh, elsewhere by reducing the cost significantly. So really they are uh, trying to push the providers of that utility, are expensive providers of that utility, out of the market. That's how they are attracting the customers, and that's on basis of that they are building this narrative, and they are able to sustain this activity for long period because of availability of cheap money. Had there been not cheap money available, they won't be able to run in losses year on year. So yeah, 4.7 billion losses for DD. Even last year, I was looking at it. Last year they had revenues of 21.633 billion, and on top of that they had losses of 1.6 billion dollars. Same thing with this Lyft. That's a US rideshare as well. So on revenues of 2.364 billion, 1.75 billion, almost same as revenue. They had losses last year. So that's pretty crazy. Same thing with Uber. Uber had revenues of 11.13 billion. Losses were near about 7 billion last year. And it isn't just like 1 year or two. I mean, in 2019, they had losses of 1.1 billion. In 2018, they had just about 887 million losses. Um, if you look into this WeWork, which is, flexible shared workspace company, they had, yeah, here, um, company was besieged with criticism over its governance, business model, and ability to turn a profit. So it sounds like they never actually ever had a profitable year. WeWork lost $2 billion in 2018. That's pretty big amount. 2019, Newman received close to 1 point. No, not that. 2021, company announced a loss of $2 billion in first quarter of 2021. So that's just one quarter. They lost $2 billion. So yeah, it's not like I'm picking and choosing here. If you guys do your research, you'll find um, all these companies. I mean, even Tesla. Tesla, uh, had running win losses for many years. The only saving grace for Tesla was their carbon credit business, and that's how they somehow were able to uh, keep themselves not in red. This year, I'm hearing they are not relying on carbon credits for revenues as much. So this year might be a reflection of uh, real profitability, if there is any, of course, if there is any. Let's look into that quickly. So how much Tesla? So Tesla on revenue of $31.5 billion, they had just about three quarter of a billion in profits. Yeah, not a lot of profits actually. Mm. So yeah, just the and more such distortion, as I think Warren Buffett famously said, once uh, tide is gone, that's when you see the real crap floating. So once these money spigots are closed, that's when we will see, who is naked. And usually, as we have seen throughout history, you will find more scams, more frauds will come to light, more Ponzi schemes which were sustained because of the cheap money will no longer be possible to sustain, and hence they will fail, and then more scams and frauds will come to know about them. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted on this. I think this in itself will become a theme going forward. More such losses, more such Ponzi schemes will fail. So yeah, I'll probably make more videos on this. Anyway, please share your thoughts and comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.